doing, man?
I'm doing great.
I left out Omaha Central. Creighton Prep basketball player. Creighton Prep basketball player, too. I don't ever want to give you a
Central in there. I mean,
I know, that's my
we had some
fault.
great rivalries, though.
Where my kids go to school,
Cordy
man. It just
Grigsby.
stuck in my head.
Yeah.
But you were a very good basketball player. And
Thank you.
The question I'd asked from the guy who cut my hair, who used to cut Sean's hair a long time ago, asked me, how many block punts or block kicks or extra points did you have in your career?
I want to say 5 or 6, maybe 7.
Is that a record?
I think at one time it was a record my freshman year. I think we blocked that many.
You and Barry Turner, right?
Me and Barry Turner, Adam Ickes, Rigoni, all those guys back in 2005.
Wow.
Yeah, it's amazing how many times that gets brought up now, and it's cool that it's still relevant.
Yeah.
20 years later, basically.
Yeah, no,
John, you got your answer. Go ahead.
well, that 05 season, you played as a true freshman, but really you just blocked the field goals. That's all you did.
That's
Nothing
all I
wrong with
really
that.
did. There's a lot of talk of, like, did we waste the red shirt? And I always go back and say, I blocked some kicks. We had some hands and some wins, literally.
It cost you the 09 season.
It did.
Yeah.
It did, which would have been a lot of fun.
A lot of football games.
I still got to where I want to be. So.
Right, but saying that, so you got implemented, you got some experience early, but when did you finally feel like, because obviously we were on the D-line together, you played behind Adam Carricker, a fantastic player, you got to learn from him. When did you feel like you finally fully grasped and got comfortable playing that defensive end, mentally, physically? Because Nebraska's got a lot of young defensive linemen, Noweri, Keona Davis. They're starting to flourish a little more. When did you kind of feel like you hit your stride?
I mean, truthfully, it was probably when you and Adam left and I got a chance to play. I mean, I was the fourth defensive end, right? Barry would come in and get you some rest as a freshman, sophomore. I didn't play that much behind Adam as a freshman, not even that much more as a sophomore, really, because, that's how good Adam was. I mean, he was, I think, 13th overall draft pick. So, really, I think that going into my junior year, that spring game when I kind of knew it was my time, and then you go out for the 2007 season. My junior year, early in the season, we went out to USC. All the hype out there, and that game wasn't the best. But it's just I think when you finally got out there to go play is when you finally trusted everything that you had experienced in practice and learned everything. But I mean, there was plenty of times freshman, sophomore year, if my number would have been called, I think more and gotten more game action, I probably would have become more comfortable. But I still don't look back and say, it was a wasted red shirt or anything like that. It was such a great time to play with you, with Adam, so many of those other guys on the defensive line back in 2005, and then to see where the career went was, I'm completely at peace with it.
Yeah.
Zach, with the NIL element now, how much pressure is on young guys to come in and kind of meet the demand right away, knowing how much money is at stake for some of these guys and that you could possibly lose your spot? I
mean, it's NFL free agency now, right? And you're getting paid. So that's the argument is how much pressure do you put on these freshmen that now are getting, 6 figures, 7 figures to come in? The expectation level is that much higher all of a sudden. And, naturally you got to live up to that hype and still go to class at some point too and understand that, you're a student athlete, even though it's trending more just athlete with everything, the way that this is going. And so the pressure that you're getting paid and getting, back in our day, we had pressure on us, but we didn't have a price tag on us like these guys are now. And so you have to come in and perform so much quicker, but it takes time. You watching that highlight of Emmett Johnson, seeing how much faster he looks. He's having a great year. So he's getting stronger as the season goes on because he's getting all these reps. He's seeing things that he maybe not have seen early in his career or even early this season. And so you talk about some of these younger guys that are finally getting a chance to play and getting toward the later in the season. They're getting stronger as the season's going on. A, because they're playing, but B, you're having success. And so you want to play that much harder, that much, you're 7-3, right? Or, 7-3.
7-3.
It's like, that's better than we've had it for several years now. And so these guys are excited. They want to keep playing. And still, I go back to, we made a bowl game last year. Those bowl practices are what made Nebraska so good for so long because you had 2 or 3 weeks of practice to develop younger players and give some of the older guys some different looks or some breaks too. And so we had that last year with the New York Bowl. And we're going to have it again this year, which should bode well.
We all know that coaching matters, right? Obviously, Mike Eckler comes in here and the special teams plays a lot better. Go from 07 to 08 in your career, bringing in Bo Pelini and his system. What was the big difference that made you guys go from what you were in 07 to what you were in 08? Especially by the end of the year.
Yeah, I think I got to credit Bo and Carl. I think they had so much of an impact on the defense. You know, Sean Watson was a holdover from Callahan's staff, and it was a belief, right? You know, Bo had been at Nebraska a couple times before, and so he recognized who some of us were. Like, he recruited me at one point when he was at Nebraska, and so you know, you had that familiarity with him as he came back in 2008 for that season. And so, you know, I think I got to give a lot of credit to like a guy like Joe Gans, right?
Oh, yeah.
He was a guy that, you know, we talk about getting better and learning. He sat, you know, too long. You know, probably should have been our quarterback in 2007. Came out in 2008 and did what he did. And, you know, I think our senior class that year had been together a lot and been through a lot. Some of those fifth-year seniors had been through 2 coaching changes. And so we've just been through a lot. And I think there's a lot of things that stacked up really well there and ended up making it down to the Gator Bowl. But I got to go back to it was Bo and Carl and just the philosophies and the intensity that they brought to the defense.
Yeah, that was Joey Gans, right?
Yeah,
it was
Joey,
development coaching.
Joey G.
Right.
Joey G.
But hey, they also got number 93 to play on a whole nother level.
That is something that
helped.
Yeah, he did. He did kind of up it up a little bit.
We all love Sue, right? He was a different player
Yes.
as soon as Bo and Carl got.
Exactly.
And I think you talk to him today, he would tell you the exact same thing. You know, his first couple of years, he was fine. Don't get me wrong. He was good. He was strong, physical player. But you found a way to go up another notch in 2008, and then obviously in 2009, like you mentioned.
He almost left, right? I mean, he was going to leave. He was going to
Yep.
transfer out,
Yep.
and they're like, "Look what I did for Dorsey at LSU. I can make you that too." And
I think that was the perfect example because
Yep.
Dorsey was right before him when Bo was in LSU, and then he
Right.
came here.
Well, Barney Carlton told me the story that Sue had that ACL surgery and he came back off that for 08 as quick as you possibly could. I mean,
bet. A
he
lot of people
really
didn't even know he had it.
He really shouldn't have probably played
No.
in the 08 season, let alone the level we saw by Clemson.
Yeah, it was also just a commitment level that Sue had from his rehab perspective because he knew, because with Bo, what Dorsey had done, and he
Yep.
had this trajectory of like, this is what I can do even with the ACL. And there's some would say he came back stronger because of the ACL. You know, some of those guys with baseball, Tommy John, they have it, they come back throwing stronger. He almost came back stronger.
It was,
Which is scary.
It's scary because, I mean, he was darn good when he got here, but he just matured a little more and took more pride in how he operated. But I already talked about you starting on special teams. I mean, we got to talk about Mike Eckler right now and what he's done on the special teams and totally flipping this thing and making it an attack. The special teams attacks instead of, you know, every time it goes out there, like, oh my gosh, what could possibly go wrong?
Well, I mean, when Eckler came in 2008 with Bo and those guys, I mean, he was on a whole nother level. I mean, and this was, you know, whatever it was, 17 years ago from where he is now, and he's still on another level today. And so just think what it was back then, the intensity that he brought, and he was really just the linebacker coach then. I think I can't remember, was it Bush? No. I can't remember who our special teams guy was right off the bat, but it was not Eckler. And so seeing what he's been able to do with his career, he's had several stops here, but what he did at Tennessee last year and then what he's done here, just from a intensity with the players of special teams, but also just with the philosophies and the schemes that they're doing and just being so much more intent to do this and do that. Obviously, you mentioned earlier, Jay, just being the fact that we can snap the ball, hold the ball, and kick ball. Like special teams are very simple sometimes, but it's a third of the game, and you got to play complementary football.
Most punt returns, Barney, in the Big Ten, third in the country. And you got Kenneth Williams, out of people who qualify, the highest return average in kickoffs from where Nebraska was last year at 86 ranked.
And they've only allowed 1 punt return yard on the year.
On the year, yeah. Which still makes them third in the country because Oregon's like 0 and somebody else is -1, which is incredible. But it's just everything they've done, right? And it's really, I always talk about what Bo did in 2014 where he was tired of being last and just said, look, I'm taking over it. If you concentrate on it, you practice it, you can just get better.
You see a lot of times at different levels, whether it's college or NFL, head coaches are in the special teams meetings or sometimes are running it because they understand the impact that it has, whether it's taking the responsibility for running a fake at some point or, hey, when do we want to kick it deep? When do we want to do directional kicks? You know, obviously all the different rules with special teams at both levels now. Having the involvement of a head coach at that level, you need that because it's such a huge part of the football game today.
Does it mean more, too, when the head coach is in the room? When
I think,
you're on a team?
yes, most definitely.
Like Saban obviously was in the secondary room there at Alabama, and I guess it's got to mean more.
It's so easy in special teams to kind of gloss over it and not take it serious because it's not a sexy spot.
Right.
You don't, you can get paid and you're doing it really well at the NFL, but some guys like I can't get drafted by running down on kickoffs or blocking on punts. I mean, I was on punt team all 3 years at Nebraska and did a bunch of different special teams. Listen, it wasn't fun. Like I always said, you got to kind of embrace the suck.
Yep.
Right.
Yeah.
It's terrible.
That's a
it's
great
awful.
thing. But that's where with the head coaches, sometimes you do put some starters on special teams, especially punt like you were, because you want some defensive guys on punt to be able to run down there and make a tackle. But if you have starters involved, then it teaches the younger guys too of saying, hey, this starter's still playing special teams. I need to be in there. But to your point, Michael, if the head coach is at the front of the room, everyone's paying a little bit more attention.
Yeah.
Zach, we've heard this a lot about the mobile quarterbacks and the defense giving them trouble. Is there anything you can do to stop mobile quarterbacks? I think that's
gives
the number
everybody
one
trouble, yeah.
the fan question we get every week on our show.
Right,
No, I mean, case in point, this past week with TJ back there at quarterback, I think, it proved, having a mobile quarterback, it's a dual threat. He can run, he can pass. Nothing against Dylan, but Dylan's not the one that's out there running all over the place like TJ was.
Yeah.
And I think, Holgorsen, called a very good game for TJ after having, 1 week of practice and a half, the game. I'm anxious to see what we got him for the next 2 weeks of the bye week, because you're going to see, what did he do so well this week, which was a lot. How can you get better? And it's not really how can you get better, how can you just keep doing what he did this past week? Yeah. Anytime you have a mobile quarterback, you got to, as a defensive end, you got to contain. If you're going inside and he gets the edge on you, you better hope a linebacker or corner's there or safety's coming down to help you. But you got to contain that quarterback. If the quarterback's not mobile, it makes your job as a defense end a little bit easier, because you can maybe take a couple more chances because you don't have to worry about the quarterback going outside.
I know you're a Husker fan, but are you a Jacksonville fan in the pros?
We don't got to bring that up.
I'm just curious. Is that your team?
It is my team, and we gave up 26 points in the fourth quarter. We're taking my son, Beckett, down to Jacksonville this weekend for the Charger game for his 10th
nice.
birthday. So it's going to be a lot of fun. I was hoping we were going to go in on a high note, beating the Texans for the first time in a sweep, I think, in about 10 years.
Yeah.
But hopefully we can go down and get the Chargers.
Well, you guys still have the prettiest colors of any team in the league.
Prettiest colors, and, some would say the prettiest quarterback with his long hair.
That is very true.
That's not what I say, but yeah, that's what people say.
Zach, we appreciate it, man.
Thank you.
When we come back, we'll talk some recruiting and hear from Coach Rule. Back after this.